Hello and welcome to the Chilled Cardano podcast. I'm Eric and this is Mike. We
What's going on,
are
everybody?
talking about Cardano stuff again, Mike, believe it or not. We've been into the NFT game lately. A lot going on there. Not a lot going on in the just regular Cardano charts, but I could show it if you'd like to see it.
Yeah, let's I always love to start with the charts. It's a good anchor point to reset myself, understand where we're at in the world. We haven't taken over just yet, but it's coming.
We're so close. All right, here's the charts.
What are we gonna do today,
This
Pinky?
is the daily. As you can see, we've been ranging still. I think last week we had a couple big red days, and then since then we've just kind of done nothing, just kind of like chilling at 95 cents per ADA. Yeah, it's kind of boring. A lot of stuff, I guess, with rate hikes in the traditional world affected the stock market and the crypto market. It's kind of why we saw some dumping.
Also, Eric, you have to realize it is in the United States tax season. So if you haven't done your taxes yet, you got about 3 days left. And also people
till Monday,
April
right?
18th.
Mm-hmm.
Just kidding. You have by the time this comes out, you're screwed. You're gonna need to have those taxes in and returned. My wife and I we just did ours. Was not fun. Definitely had to take some profits out. So I think a lot of people had to do the same thing, and I think that leads to usually this lull in the price because a lot of people they'll usually take the money from alts, so alts will dump a lot. But I think on Monday usually you'll get that nice little bump because everyone's back on the table for the year.
Yeah, I also think that inflation is kind of sucking the cash out of a lot of people, and they're not investing as much. Like last year, there's a lot more money flowing around, I feel like. So hopefully we can reel that in, Mike, and get back to a bull market again.
I mean, I don't think you really have a choice at this point. Like, you kind of see where the stock market's going, and they can only hike those rates for so long before, like, our whole system's built on debt. Like, unless they keep printing more money, the whole stock market will crash. So they could play this game that they're like, going to keep upping rates every month by, what they're doing, 25 bips. They want to move it up to 50 bips, which is like 0.05 or whatever, or 0.5 of a percentage point.
What's a bip?
Yeah, that's what they call it, BPS.
What's that?
It's just like a way to
Korean group,
which I love, who are phenomenal artists. No, it's just like the percentage point that they move up the interest rates.
Okay.
So each month they want to do like 0.05 of a percentage point, so add that up to the interest rate. So if you're trying to buy a house now, it's like 6.25. Next month it'll be like 6.5. If they do 50 bips, it'll be 6.75,
Yeah.
But it's like when your debt is in when you're trying to pay that back every month and it starts to raise the rate, it becomes a lot more expensive. And as most of these companies, like they're leveraged up to tits, so they're borrowing multi-millions of dollars. When you raise it up that much of a percentage point, now you're up another $10 million that you owe the government. It doesn't look pretty.
Yeah.
And It's scary too, because a lot of 401ks and like people's pension plans, they're the people who run those, they're leveraging up in the stock market. So like
Yeah.
theoretically speaking, like if this thing craps out, like a lot of people who have their like their 401, that's their retirement plan, like these people are in their 60s and 70s, and if their pension plan tanks, they're fucked. So it's
Yeah,
not a
it's
good
not
look. I mean,
good.
they don't really have a choice but to print, at this point.
Yeah. Keep
Um,
uh
it's not pretty, Eric.
keep sweeping it under the rug for the next
We,
generation.
I mean, what else can we do at this point? Like,
It's all fake money anyway, right?
it's a
Who do we owe this money
fugazi.
to? But let's talk about real stuff like NFTs. Real investments.
That was my favorite transition of all time. Let's get into it.
um Mike, you introduced me to this project this week called Puurrty Cats Society. uh And I found it interesting because you mentioned that the creator of the artwork was also the creator of what's this? What's it called? Space Cats?
Space Buds.
Space Buds, which is like probably the ultimate blue chip
The creme de
NFT
la creme
project.
in
Um,
Cardano.
and I have not bought one of those because I'm not at that level yet. But
Pricey,
that's why I
pricey.
bought one of these guys, because it's the poor man's Space Buds. Um, so what do you like about these guys, Mike? These per cats?
So like Eric said, these Puurrty cats are pretty cool. They are from the creator of Space Buds, Alessandro Ailes, I think his last name is. Made Space Buds, but he's this illustrator. This is their next project. And they're kind of cool. The thing I like about these little guys, these little PFPs, they're all so different. Like you see a lot of the PFP projects on NFTs, and they're all very similar. Like it's always like the same like person like outline, and then they'll switch like the nose. And like with
Yeah.
these, it's like a different cat, a different name. They have like different hats. Like there's just a lot going on, and it gives each cat like a lot of uniqueness to it. And there's not a lot
Yes.
of them. I mean, if you scroll up, I think there's only like usually a project will do 10,000, and this one has 6,000. So
Yeah, I
oh,
think.
there's 10,000. Just kidding. Uh,
Well, I think they're minting still, so their plan was to do 10,000. I think. Trying to find the number exactly, but it kind of I don't know, the mint kind of died out, so now they're like, we're just gonna go until this date, and then whatever we sell, and then we'll like sell the rest like in an auction or something. um so I'm surprised that people don't, like, other projects mint like it's over in like a day or two, but this one is kind of getting dragged out. um I don't know, maybe it was like I had never heard of it, so maybe their marketing wasn't as good as some of these other ones.
yeah, I
What do you
agree. The marketing was not great. I just kind of came upon it in like a weird way, and then I was like looking at the artwork. I was like, that looks really familiar to Space Buds. And then like I was reading, their profile, and it said that they created the Space Buds artwork. I was like, well, if that stuff's going for 6,000 like floor,
Yeah.
like these obviously have a lot of potential, and I feel like the artist is like they want to do a bunch of stuff with it. So why not? You know, like they're cheap, get in there.
Yeah.
I think they have a lot of it seems pretty legit. So
So the
get in
minting
there,
is
get a
kind of
Puurrty cat,
interesting.
hang on to them. Go ahead, Eric.
Uh, sorry to cut you off, but
No, it's all good.
the it's like a tiered system. So the first 1,000 you pay 52 ADA, and then it goes up 10 ADA until I guess there's a total of 8,500. So um kind of an interesting way to do it, to reward the early adopters, I guess.
Here's where that system fails, and like let's just be totally transparent, because like you need to have the mystique and uh like like they did the marketing wrong, right? Because now you like they're not even done minting, but yet I can go onto JPEG Store and get them for cheaper than the price of a mint, right?
Yeah,
That's the
that's
problem.
that's a
So it's
problem.
like it's a cool idea, but like um kind of defeats the purpose if I can get them for 71 ADA right now. And I think
Yeah,
it's a good project. I think it's fun. It's cool. Like it's just like they're cute.
they are cute. They have cute names as
Couple
well, Mike.
cuties. They got great names,
Um,
Eric.
I mean, you got Cinnamon McInnes.
Love it.
You're not gonna find names like that in a
Love that
typical.
Mick.
Oh my God. Mike can say that he's 1% Irish. Um, but a kind of weird thing, I guess. Well, what's your opinion on this? Like, in their Discord, since the minting has kind of stalled out, they're doing all these giveaways, and it's like if you mint one of the cats in the next 12 hours, we will give away one like rare one. And then they're like, if you guys sweep the floor, like one of you will get a free NFT.
Oh, that's bad. I don't like that. Oh, I didn't know they were doing this. Okay.
Get out now.
Get out, everyone. Sell your Purrtys. Like I get they're trying to social engineer their project to success, and they're trying to like whatever they got, whatever they can figure themselves out. But I truly believe in community. I truly believe like if you're going to create an NFT project that's going to succeed like gears, like you need to create an organic baseline of people that actually love the project. And like all these games of like they're being played with money and like this idea that you're going to get a rare one, and it's like it's nice if you get a rare one in an NFT project, but like every NFT should be special and like worth something. Like you're kind of basically shitting on the things that aren't rare by saying that, to me personally.
Yeah.
Like you don't see people in the Claymates universe. Look at the floor on that, it's 3,000. Like
Yeah.
obviously the ones that aren't rare are still worth something. Like I just think like no man left behind in an NFT project, and like
No
especially with
cat
something
left
like
behind.
this. Yeah, no cat left behind. Like if like they're all so cute and like fun, and each one has a different personality. Like I think you should try to grow the community and like let them come to it. Like what's the rush, right?
Yeah.
Like just leave the minting open and just like market better on everything else. Like I don't understand these games of like because you're basically to the people in that Discord, you're speaking to like 10 people, right? like
Well,
so you're just
5,132 members,
right.
but how many are
So
real people and actually online at the time? Stuff.
so you're speaking to the same hallway of people in your group.
Yeah.
like like it might be one dude who has 5,000 of these, you know what I mean? So
Yeah. he sent me a picture of all his cats on Twitter, Mike. I've seen him.
Did he really?
Yeah, someone like sent, they have like probably like 40 of these. So, you know, you got those people that are really into it. It's just like everyone's trying to like cut out, you know, their section of the market and like make themselves stand out. So I feel like the sweeping floor and like getting the price higher, like encouraging all that stuff, like I don't know. I see the need for it, but I also feel like if that's what you're trying to get out of your project, maybe it's like a red flag in some ways.
It's a bad look, right? Because it's
Yeah.
like it should be more about the price. Like, yes, we're here to create like valuable things, but like we're so early in this whole thing. It's like you should be figuring out other ways to like define value, right? Like it shouldn't just truly be like whoever sweeps the floor gets another one. Like, how does that like create long-term success? Like when you're trying to bring new people in like a year from now, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like that mechanism isn't like great for creating. You want to create loops that like bring new people in. And if you're just rewarding the people who are here now and like
They're just
making sure
buying
that they
more and more.
right. I
Their
don't
bag is just getting
necessarily
bigger and bigger.
yeah, it's like the person who owns 40 of those, if they were truly ever to try to sell those, they're probably not going to make their money back, right? Because if you put 40 of those NFTs on sale at the same time, like you're going to
Yeah.
lower the floor automatically.
Yeah. But I'm guessing that they're thinking like long term, this thing is gonna be like one of the blue chips or something. So I don't know. Everyone thinks that about every project though.
Right.
Let's talk about
Is that
another
for real?
topic.
That Mad Dog Bar Club is that number one
Oh
right now?
yeah, that's real, baby. Let's talk
I'm
about
so
that
ashamed right now.
then. So the other day I was on Twitter and I saw this post about Mad Dog Car Club and I was like, that looks like a project that is minting soon. So I sent it to my brother here and you didn't seem too interested, Mike. And
Did you
so
buy
then
one
I
of
was
these?
like, no. So then I was like, let me join their Discord, see what's up. And I don't know, it just seemed like something was weird. Like some of the stuff they were promoting, I was just like, why would you do that? Let's see if I can pull it up here. But they're basically like,
And this is just from an art perspective, this is like a Squarespace template. Like if you look at this website, no, go back to the other
oh,
one.
this the website.
Yeah, this is a straight up template from Squarespace. So like the amount of work they put into this isn't a lot, just to let you guys know.
Yeah. But they're basically promoting like, you know, once we do our mint and all this stuff, we're going to do buybacks and we're gonna like sweep the floor with like the profits we've made. And like, I'm like, so you're just manipulating the price upward. I guess that's cool. And then, so I didn't participate in the mint. I think it was like 40 ADA for one of these. And then I was just like keeping an eye on the Discord and it just looks like really sketchy and weird. And they're like, hey, we got like, sorry, our website is down. We're gonna try to get it back in like 24 hours. And then the minting wasn't working for some reason, so they had to start manually minting every single one, and they ended up like sending duplicates to certain people. And then they're like, oh, we're sorry we did that. We're gonna like reward you. Don't worry. Like, we'll give you something in return if you didn't get one. Or and then this morning or last night, they said they're refunding 29,000 ADA because I don't know. I guess people sent the wrong amounts. And then I think there was another Twitter post. Let me see if I could find it, where they're like, we're really sorry. The people we hired. Yeah, I think this is it. This is an extremely important announcement addressing all the issues at hand. Our development team made mistakes and screwed up the entire minting engine. Plain and simple. We were under the impression that they were experts in their field. We are now aware that they aren't. We are now working with the founders of Cnft Jungle. They have fixed the minting engine and minting has begun. As a result, our policy ID has changed. Marketplaces are being updated to reflect this change. Here's the new policy ID. Those who already have Mad Dogs under the old policy ID on the secondary market will be compensated for the amount they paid on the market and will also receive a replacement Mad Dog under our new policy ID. To the few who receive their Mad Dogs, those tokens will be burned and you will receive replacements. So even with all that, these things are going for 300 ADA, which I don't understand. And I'm sure it's
but
not
we
real.
don't know. We don't know how many the project leads are buying, right? Because you said they're sweeping the floor. So
yeah,
like theoretically speaking, they can just be doing money laundering, right? Like they could have had like 1 million ADA and they're just buying their own project back, right? To just move the price numbers up. When in reality, like they might own 95% of these.
Yeah.
Like somebody might be making a profit, but at the same time, like if you're not having anybody buy them, like real sellers, like or real buyers, like this whole thing might drop out on you. Like you got to be careful, right?
Yeah.
Especially when a project moves this fast, like those numbers, I would be very scared to like try to buy one of these at this price. I would just wait. Like if you're truly interested in this project, just wait a couple weeks and then we'll see where the price is at, you know?
Yeah.
Like don't get caught up into the FOMO because like with the look of that Discord and all the accidents that are happening, I would be like worried. I mean, I could be wrong. This could be like a blue chip, but like I said, guys, just be careful out there. Don't rush into anything. If you truly want to be a part of the Mad Dog Car Club, like just take your time with it and truly understand and read what, like go to their Twitter, go to their Discord, like find the developers and understand what the future holds for them. I could be wrong. Like this could be a blue chip. Who knows, right?
This wallet ending in VJ seems to be scooping up a lot of these, which I find interesting.
Yeah, so that's not a great sign.
They have 10 NFTs and they're all the same. They're all this Mad Dog Car Club. Totally normal.
Interesting.
This guy's got a few different ones. So yeah, I think there might be like trying to manipulate some stuff.
Just be careful out there, guys. I think we're seeing a lot of this stuff where you're getting a lot of these projects. They're basically like copy paste, and they're going to do a lot of social engineering. So when you're coming into the space, just do a lot of research, understand what you're buying, and like obviously it's risky. I'm not trying to hate on these projects, but because like art is subjective and I might not like something that you like. So but you also don't want to buy something and then like the price drops out and now it's like worth, you bought it for 300 and now it's going to go down to 30 ADA. So that's a lot of how like these rug pulls work.
Mm-hmm. I like how this one is Boss Cat Rocket Club and this one is Mad Dog Car Club.
Yeah, it's all
thing.
social engineering. I
Yeah.
think they see like the Bored Ape Yacht Club and they do the same thing. It's 4 words, right? So ours has to be 4 words, like there's
Yeah.
a
So unoriginal
PFP,
though.
it's just like it's just like what is it? Yeah, they're just trying to encapsulate what Bored Ape did, and they're just changing one thing, right? It's a dog. Oh, they used apes, we'll use cats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not like it's coming from a place of like, I love cats. Like this is the artwork that speaks to me. It's like, no, I'm trying to profit off of what Bored Ape did and just make as much money as humanly possible. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, this is a totally new space. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about either. Like these things could be worth billions of dollars, and here I am telling you not to buy them. So I
Yeah.
don't, it's hard. It's really hard, especially with art.
Yeah.
What's that Havoc World one? I never even saw that one.
Havoc World. I was looking at that yesterday. I don't know. I think they had a minting issue too, where they had to stop minting.
These things are coming fast now. I mean,
Yeah.
for Eric and I are like veterans in the space. We've been here for 2 weeks, so we know everything.
Yeah, we're pretty knowledgeable at this point. Here's another one that's coming soon called Dead Rabbit Resurrection Society. They have, each one has like a little QR code you could scan on their ear, which is
I
interesting.
don't think all of them do. Only special ones do. So you might
Okay.
not get one with a QR code and it's supposed to like do something. Not
It's
sure,
supposed to
but
steal all the funds from your wallet.
well, interestingly enough, I mean, if you look at their Twitter account, they've been working on this since last October, which is cool. Like these guys have actually been here doing shit, like I think the cool thing about like this project is like there's a lot of technology behind it and it makes it more fun, like because like you get like these little Easter eggs, pun intended.
Nice.
I don't know. I like this one. I'm definitely grabbing one of these. I think it's very cool. I like the website. Like if you look at the design of this website, this is not a template. Like this took a lot of customization. You have like a lot of original graphic art. I mean, look at the artwork on this stuff. Like this isn't something you can, copy paste. Like that's all original art. You know what I mean? Like that takes a lot of work. So these people actually care about this project. And that's what makes me interested because it kind of lets your the creative juices start to flow. Like you're like, what is the the story behind these guys? Like I can almost start to picture it. Like you're getting this sci-fi vibe of like these cool cartoon characters, and you can almost start to make a storyline for yourself. And those are the projects I think that have like a lot of juice to them. Like to me, it's like Disco Solaris. Like they're creating a whole Discord group where it's like a community of people who are actually like writing like audiobooks and different storylines around their the artwork, and it's like it creates more value. And I think this is kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So
I really like these.
yeah, they're cool. And they're very unique. Like if I were to buy one of these, it might not look like any other one. And that's kind of like what I'm going for too. Cause I don't want to buy one and then see another icon that looks very similar to mine. Like,
yeah,
I want to be, a butterfly, Eric. I want to be special.
you're very special.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow this one and see, do all the minting and white listing once they drop that information. But I really like the lore and everything behind it. Like, gives you something outside of just staring at the little picture, you know? It's got like a mystery to it. It's like, if you're inquisitive, you can listen to all the recordings and the files. I think that's cool. I think it's very different from a lot of the stuff.
Yeah,
I've
because
seen.
it's not just about buying the NFT, because basically the NFT is a ticket, a gateway to the community and like whatever the hell else they're gonna do. Like I think Disco Solaris is kind of like, sorry to keep bringing them up, but like they're doing a lot of cool shit over there.
Jeez. Shut up about Disco Solaris. Just because
But
I
like
didn't
if you
buy
want to look
one.
at their website, if you look at their website, or sorry, can you go to Calvin on Twitter? Calvin
Is it this
Sprue.
thing this thing?
Well, this is an article Calvin wrote about what he thinks, like what we can do right now with the metaverse, as opposed to like the idea that everyone's making like these land plots, right? Or like you're kind of getting divided, and like the whole idea of the metaverse was like to connect everybody together. But a lot of these metaverses, the way they're being built out is it's just like our community's stuck in this one place and it can't interact with any other NFT community. And that kind of defeats the purpose. What he's trying to say is like, okay, we're not there yet. Like, I'm excited for when that happens. But as of right now, like, what can we do as opposed to like what the technology is holding us back from?
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, let's just make this huge like storyline with like all these characters. So each a lot of the characters, like a lot of the people in Disco Solaris, they're making stories and like audiobooks of these characters that like create the lore, right? And so it just keeps building on top of each other. Now you have all these stories that interconnect, and it's like a lot of these people are taking on these personas. Like I was in their chat last Friday, and they were talking about how they don't even want to sell their PFP. Like they think that's them, and a lot of them are changing their Twitter names to the number of their Disco Solaris, and then they're buying ADA handles with that number. You know, so it's, you're starting to see it like this is kind of like if you go to his Disco Brew, go to that Disco Brew Club. So this is a writer, Calvin, and he's like created this whole website of like this one offset thing, and you can access the logs. So press that button, and then all of a sudden it starts to initialize the terminal. Now it's not like he hasn't finished building it yet, but that'll eventually take you to another thing. And I don't know if like you'll need a Disco Solaris to enter the club. I'm assuming you will, but it creates this whole new thing, right? Where it's like not just about buying and selling the floor of your NFT that you like, but now you're like, there's so much more value there, right? Because it's like almost a game within itself, where it's like it spans the whole internet, you know. That I find interesting, you know, and I think that's why the floor of this project keeps going up.
Yeah, and I'm not at all mad that I didn't buy one when you told me to at 250 or whatever it was at. Everything is cool. I'll probably end up buying one, but keep waiting for it to go down, but it just doesn't. But yeah, that both of these projects seem really cool. Like they have a different element to it. I didn't even realize that about Disco Solaris. I just thought it was like, look at these PFPs. But there's a lot more to it than that.
There's also a musician. Her name's Amber VHS, and I forgot. She's like a legitimate artist. I think she's done movies and stuff. And she's on board. Like she's doing all the music, and they're creating like these really cool songs and stuff, and it's all unique to the project. So they're getting like
Pretty cool.
like it's just like getting really interesting, like and cool. And like I was just on YouTube listening to like one of her tracks, and I'm like, yeah, she's actually pretty good. And it's kind of, I know you're not into like the 80s sub pop stuff, but
yeah,
for the people who are, it's pretty cool. Like chill wave. Eric's more of a classical music guy, so he's very angry.
More of a
right
90s guy. Early 2000s. So I wanted to discuss, like, since I'm new to this, I've only sold one NFT. So now I'm like, okay, I kind of want to sell some stuff, but there's not like, for a lot of these projects, the liquidity is like super low, like, so I was just thinking about how do you get your NFT sold? Like, do you like focus on a price point, or like sometimes I look at like, oh, my whatever I want to sell has this trait. Like, do I like sell it for cheaper than like the lowest? Like, say he has blue hair, do I sell him at like just below the other blue hair one? And then it's like, it's just I don't want to like sell my NFTs for like the floor price. So do you just put it out there and wait and be patient, or do you try to like undercut other people? Like, have you dabbled in selling at all, and like what's your approach to it?
Yeah, there's a couple ways you can go at it. I think if you just need your liquidity back, like you're obviously going to have to sell it. Like, let's say you have a claimant and you want to sell it right now. Like I would sell it for 26.85 and you'd get that money back. Like if you bought it for more than that, you're losing out, but at least you have that liquidity to buy other things with. Me personally, I like the NFT idea is so new. It's so weird and so different. Like it's all experimental for me. So I'm never using money that I truly need for something else and put myself in the corner of a situation where now I need to sell my ADA for cheaper than I bought it and lose out. Because like I have a philosophy and an idea of like, okay, like that's why you invest into like really good projects, because you think like you could also make some sort of a profit. Like even if it's 10 ADA, like
Yeah.
at least you're making a profit. But yeah, most of the stuff I bought, I don't plan on selling for at least a year. That's my outlook, like at the very least.
Yeah.
And if it never sells, I'm okay with that too. And that's why it's cool to invest in stuff you actually like, because then it's like, well, I still have the artwork, so whatever.
Yeah.
But personally, like if I'm going to sell something, I'm going to sell it for a higher price because I don't want to sell, right? So I'll just leave it on the store, and like if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Like that's what the DeFi stuff to me. If like I'm trying to make money, that's where the DeFi stuff comes in. Like some people are really good at flipping this stuff, but I think it also puts you in a different mind state of like you're kind of becoming a different type of trader, right? Where it's like you're looking for new projects, you're minting them, and then you're going to sell them for 10%, 5%. You mint for 100, you sell it for 110, and then you move on to the next thing. And that's like your philosophy. So it's kind of like you got to pick a lane of like what you're trying to do. Like if you mint a project for 100 and you're trying to sell it for 3,000, you're probably not going to sell it, so you kind of have to be really grounded in your idea.
It's a large Sonic Village plot.
Unless it's a large Sonic Village plot.
Which I do have, Mike, not to brag, but I'm not selling it. because I think I'll just hold on to that for a long time. But
And I haven't got my music from Snoop Dogg yet. I don't know. Do I need to talk to Snoop Dogg's customer service or chant Medici's?
yeah, he should really put like a customer service number out there so we can, or even like a chat we can do, because we have a lot of questions. But yeah, I think it's a different world, like trying to flip NFTs, and it's kind of hard, and you just it takes a lot longer than you think it will to flip them. I'm not really trying to flip them too much, but I did buy a lot of things that I probably bought too many. So that's cool. Looking at you.
But it's all a learning experience. Like you're still here, like you're still learning, and like you probably won't make that mistake again. So it's like,
yeah,
this is a valuable lesson in how to do this stuff. Like if somebody comes in here a year from now, they're probably going to make the same mistakes as you.
Yeah.
And I think like you're just learning how to like figure out this world, and like you'll just get to a place where it will start to make more sense. Same with me. Like I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but like I'm just trying to invest in the projects that seem to have like a legitimate team who are truly working behind the scenes to make the project like a better community. Like do something else just besides selling artwork.
Yeah.
Because then usually that tends to increase the price.
Right. The good thing is like the longer you're in it, the more you understand that, and like
Yeah,
you can separate the weak projects from like the strong ones. Let's talk about Wing Riders though.
oh yeah,
They went live last week. Really liked the site. They have stable coins, which is awesome. They've been adding like more tokens every single day, and they've got farming, which I'm participating in that. I'm probably just gonna like forget that I even did that and just wait till I get my Wing Riders coins. But
and NFTs.
yes, so that's been a cool new thing to mess around with. I haven't done the stable coins just because I feel weird with like, since it's bridging over from Ethereum, like I'd rather just wait for like a native stable coin, I guess.
I got stable coins. I didn't wait. So these are native, right? These are native tokens. This is a native USD on, like, it's wrapped with basically a Cardano native token. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to have them. I just like it because it like takes out one of the volatilities of the token. So if you are gonna farm, like it's less volatile. Like because one of my pairs is always going to be at $1, I'm not losing out on that pair. It's not going down. It's not going up. If it does, and it has been, like the US dollar ones, they were going up because there was no way to bridge out, right? So my let's say like $100 was $102, right? Because people were just coming into it and they couldn't sell, so it wasn't equaling out, which is not bad. And then I did the ADA USDC pair because now I just had to worry about my ADA going up and down, and I was fine with that. So for me personally, I just wanted exposure to the Wing Riders token. I think they're going to be pretty valuable. If you look at the amount that they're making, it's not a lot. It's less than min swaps and Sunday swaps.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you'll get a point where like you'll be able to sell it for a pretty decent amount, um, which will be nice. I really like the Wing Riders protocol. Like my experience this last week with it has been very smooth. I've had like very little hiccups.
Mm-hmm.
There's like bugs.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the bottom of the screen, it keeps saying you are disconnected. Wing Riders is trying to reconnect, but it's connected. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
whatever, like it's not the end of the world. It's just like little bugs like that. Um, but the experience for me has been really smooth. I mean, like when I used Sunday Swap, there were some hiccups. When I used Min Swap, there were some hiccups. With this, I had zero hiccups. I was able to swap into USDC, create that pair, create my LP tokens, and then start to farm. And it was pretty smooth and easy. And the only thing that sucks is that they haven't done their token sale. So you're farming and you're not getting those rewards yet.
Yeah.
Um, it's not the end of the world, but it's like if you're trying to make money like right now, like this, like you're probably not going to be interested in this. And I think if you want to let's look at DeFi Llama and let's see how much TVL is. Look at this guy, so
Boom. You see, I
fast.
already knew what was gonna happen.
Boom. All right, so they're at 47 million. They've been at 47 million for like a couple of days now. Like, does it have a chart for them by themselves? Yeah, so we're kind of slowly going up, but I think this is their issue, right? They thought they were going to get to like 150 million like real quick, but I think it's one of those things where it's like no one's getting paid. So like a lot of those farm boy and moon boy boys,
Uh-huh.
they're not coming because they're not getting paid anything. And I think it's kind of holding back the protocol, but I'm okay with it because I think people who are farming right now are gonna do pretty well because like it's such a low number right now. It's only 47 million.
Yeah.
I think it benefits the people who are farming right now. They're gonna have a lot of Wing Rider tokens because of how small the investment group is.
Yeah. It was
What do you
like
think,
the
Eric?
Sunday swap, like when it originally went live, like anyone who staked got like an insane APR because people didn't know what the APR was. But if you
Yeah, it
like,
was 300%.
yeah.
Right.
And then once they released the numbers, everyone jumped into it. And then it went down to like
It
50%.
went, yeah, 100%. It went down to 150 like within a day
Yeah.
or two.
Yeah.
And then now it's at 75%. But with this, because you don't know any of that information, you're kind of going in blind, and I think it scares off a lot of investors. So if you're somebody who's very risk on, I think you could do pretty well with this one.
Yeah. I like it. Think it's gonna have
Risk
a
on's my middle name.
think it's gonna have a bright future. But it's also interesting, like um the TVL, how like Sunday went live, we saw a huge bump, and then Min Swap went live, we saw a huge bump, and then Wing Riders went live, and we saw like a tiny bump. But it makes me wonder like what's gonna bring in the next big surge of people, you know?
Yeah, I think also the thing where like we got up to 350 and it went down. I think a lot of that has to do with the bridge, Milk Meta moving people
Yeah.
off of the platform and using Ethereum, which is cool and fine. It's like another option for people to utilize, but it's not great for. It's not a good look uh, for Cardano's protocol. But I guess it's good in the fact that it like takes away some of the congestion.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like always thinking Milko Meta would like build us up, but it seems like it just kind of sucked users away from using Cardano. So that was unexpected, but I don't know if they're really like not using it. It's just they're in this little side chain, so it's hard to gauge like if that's good or bad.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Things can change. I mean, I think they're building the bridge to come back to Cardano now. The whole thing scares me, Eric. The whole idea of Ethereum scares me because I've just seen so many tweets about people having transactions not go through, right? You're spending $300 and all of a sudden it gets canceled, and now you have to spend another $300.
Yeah.
For just to move your coins around. I can't stand that feature. And I hope most people like won't put up with it either and just stay on Cardano.
Yeah.
I mean, just to get a couple percentage points on these other dexes that are Ethereum based, it's just like, I don't know if it's worth it, to be honest. Maybe it is. Who knows?
I think it's worth it.
Have you played with it at all?
I have not, but I think it's worth it if you were already in Ethereum, like have a wallet and everything. It's easy to play around with. But I don't have any Ethereum, and I have like a wallet, but it has nothing in it. So for me to like buy it on an exchange and then put it in my wallet, pay fees on that, it's like not really attractive to me. I'd rather throw my money at some dumb NFT or something.
Mad Dog Car Club.
Yeah. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, but check out Wing Riders. There, I think it's a really awesome dex. I'm excited for when the whole thing goes live. I mean, right now they have farming and all that stuff, but like I said, you're not able to get any rewards. So it's kind of like a use our protocol in faith for now.
Yeah. You want to go down that lane?
Let's go down the dope dog lane.
All right. I tried to save us, but let's do it.
I think we're here to I'm here to protect the Cardano community. And this guy.
Hold on. There's a lot of like on Twitter, there was a lot of controversy over like whether people should support this project or not, because I mean it's basically copy paste of Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Do you have the evidence of the picture next to each other? Would you be able to bring that up just so people can
to me,
understand?
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Let me pull it up. Here's the image of the thing you sent me. So this is, on the left is a dope dog, and on the right is one of the Bored Apes, and the skin is pretty much identical. The only difference is one has a shirt and a hat. That's different. But the thing that annoys me about it is like, that's not even how dogs look. Like dogs don't look like that. They don't have noses like that. And like,
so as you can see, what they did was they went into Photoshop and they basically rounded out the facial structure to make it look dog-like. It's still not a dog, like Eric said. They put dog ears on, and then they kept the earring. They changed the color. The eyes are literally the same, but they put laser eyes on it. And cool. This is kind of the thing, like, and shout out to Rhino RS for tweeting about this. It's just like, it makes us look bad as a community when projects are just copying and pasting artwork, because it's like it kind of defeats the purpose. Like, you're basically saying this is a cash grab. Like, get on board. Like, we're all gonna be rich. We're all just gonna copy paste. And it's like, do you really want, if you have McDonald's, do you really want to be like a McDougal's truther? Like, it's like,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, it's just like, I guess it's philosophically for me, I'd rather be a part of something original and
Hmm.
invest my time there. Cause it's like, if you're going to invest your time in this NFT project, the fact that you're already like not even original, kind of like, it's like weird to me, like to like be a stan of something that isn't uh unique in any way.
Yeah. I mean, look at this artwork. It's like, what even is it? It's so pixelated and like bad.
And it's
Uh,
fine. I mean, like, I don't want to hate, I don't want, like, if this guy's
yeah.
drew this, it's like, it's not the best artwork in the world. And obviously he's trying to cater to like with the pineapple pizza thing, some tweet that went out that Charles was hating on. It's like he's trying to catch a certain person, like, oh, like they're part of Cardano community. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just like, it's not, this doesn't get me excited.
And it's like that offers exclusive members only benefits of zombification, potential metaverse collab, not guaranteed, Discord benefits, and more. And I don't know, that's not like that doesn't seem like a good like something to base your whole project on is like zombification. Like I don't know. I hate making fun of things, but I just don't. I think there's so many better NFTs that are more original. Like if you want to get one, I mean you're just buying a copycat of something else, I guess. And I don't know. I'm not into it, Mike.
Yeah, nor am I. I think it's just something to look out for. Don't put your life savings into projects like this, because it might not turn out too well in a couple weeks or months,
Yeah.
and then you're going to be hurting.
Speaking of things that might not turn out too well in a couple weeks or months, what do you have you heard of
Pastel
Pastel
Budz.
Budz? Yes. Was this
I
one on
saw
your
that.
radar?
I saw another tweet where somebody was like, "This is another copy paste project from Ethereum." I
Mm,
know nothing about it. It doesn't speak to me. The artwork does nothing for me. It's like the same thing. I mean, you're just copy pasting from another project. I don't know if it's the same team. If it is, cool, but if it's not, like, that's like, it says a lot about the artist, right? That they're so unoriginal that they just copy from another project and then change the color or like one item, and all of a sudden it's supposed to be uniquer. And it's
yeah.
like it's, I don't know, it kind of like, to me, I didn't come here for a copy paste. Like,
No.
I came here for like original cool thoughts and ideas, and somebody trying to do something to like level up the space to become like, this is what we're capable of. Like, I want to see people really push themselves, not just to take somebody else's idea and do the same thing on Cardano. Like, I want Cardano's NFTs to be like the thought leader in the space. And if we're just copying other people's artwork, I don't think you can ever achieve that. I could be wrong, but that's just my gut feeling on it.
Yeah. I think this is what they're copying. Doodles.
Yeah.
Pretty similar, I would say.
What? No, Eric. See, their heads are round and ours are
And
oblong.
their eyes are like going off their head. So yeah. I mean,
I think we're gonna get a lot more of this. That's the worry. Like, we're just
yeah.
seeing the tip of the iceberg, but that's the thing that worries me, is like, you're gonna go to the front page of JPEG Store and the first 12 projects are all gonna be copycats from Ethereum. And it's like, I think it's just like you could suck out so much value from the community before they get turned off by it, right? Like, The people who are in NFTs are a small group of people. And if you're just taking all their money and running to do something else, like first on that's on you. Like you're a sovereign individual, you get to make your own choice. But at the same time, like we should be trying to protect each other and like understand like this is just the beginning. Like you shouldn't be trying to just screw over your customers. And yeah, it's just I don't know. It doesn't it doesn't look, it's not a good look.
I think it's funny that JPEG store is just a copy paste of OpenSea, though.
You think so?
I mean, look at the websites; they're identical.
I guess you're right.
But yeah, I guess we live in a copycat world.
Well, I guess you're right. Like, let's talk about that too, because it's like the whole idea of like this whole space is open source. So basically people can take your code and then copy it and then tweak it a little bit to make it their own. But like with technology, that iteration creates better and better systems. Like OpenSea might have like a really cool platform, but they're missing some shit. So JPEG Store can come, add those extra features, and then create a better product with it. And that's okay. But it's like if you're doing that with artwork, like artwork is subjective, and it's like you're not doing anything better with the artwork. You're just it's so fucking weird. I don't even know how to like, what do you think? Like, is it okay to copy paste?
I was just thinking about it like in terms of like music, right? Like if you're a musician and all you do is copy like the sound of other musicians, like some people will listen to you, but like you're not going to stick around for too long because you're not original and you don't provide anything like special, I guess. And I think like anything like art or creative, like you have to have your own ideas and be original. And if you're basing your whole project off of something that's very similar, like I don't know, I don't think it's like it's not true to the to art or to being creative. And I consider myself a creative type, so it's like offensive to me when people just copy other people's shit and then say, oh, but it's like a little different, you know?
It's funny too, because it's like the whole world's changing. And like you and me were saying like be original and do your own thing. But by the looks of it, the shit that's selling well is all the stuff that's been copy pasted. So what is that? Like, are we in the minority in that idea? You know what I mean? Because it's like if what we thought was truly like the right idea, then why are people going the other way? Why are people just copy pasting projects? And then those projects are like the floor price on some of the stuff is like 300 ADA. It's like I don't understand. Like, can't people just see that it's fake? Like it's not the same.
Yeah.
But people don't care. That's what's so odd to me. I guess like I guess need to think about it more, because we might be in the wrong here, and it might be a new like process that we're going under, where it's like people are just going to iterate on someone else's artwork. It's going to sell for more. Someone's going to take that, iterate it again, and all of a sudden we get a new idea of what is, I don't know, like
valuable.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, dude. I'm so blown away that people are like just copy pasting artwork and it's like selling for millions. It's just, it baffles me, to be honest.
I think another thing is like you and me are pretty into like art or like music and like art and stuff like that. But like the typical person, like they're into cryptocurrency first and then they get into NFTs. So like they don't necessarily care about the art. They're just trying to make money off of it. So
right,
if they see something mooning, like that's probably a majority of people that buy NFTs just want to like make money off of it. Don't really care about what it's based off of. Like if it catches their eye and they go on Twitter and see other people are talking about it, then they're probably going to buy it. And I mean, I think that's an easy trap to fall into. And it's like once it has some momentum, people are going to buy it. So I don't think it's necessarily about the artwork right now.
Yeah.
But
I think that'll change too when like the technology gets more advanced, like that the Dead Rabbits Society, where they're using QR codes on the ear tags, and it's going to take you to another place, and that'll open access to different, maybe Discords and different networks of people. So we're at the early stages right now, and people are going to try anything and everything to make money, and you just have to make sure to protect yourself and don't jump into the next new thing just because it's new. That's a lesson I've had to learn.
The all-time ones that are like most popular, like a majority of them are pretty original. Like, so those are the ones that have staying power, but like on a short-term basis, I think it's easy to hype up whatever is making the most money at the time. We all float down here, Mike.
We all float down here. Yes.
But yeah, I guess we'll let you guys think about that for the next week. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. We love you guys.
Keep
remember to subscribe.
Yes,
smash that like
subscribe,
button.
Turn on notifications. We should probably, I think we're supposed to say that at the beginning, but
if you made it this far.
If there's an NFT project you guys want us to talk about, let us know in the comments. And we'll see you next week.
We'll see you guys next week. Happy Easter.
Bye.
Bye.